welcome to a special edition of Padel Stories podcast, live from La Fira de Barcelona. Unbelievable from the Hero Star stand. Naturally, it's day 2, and we're going to get into a really juicy episode with the founders of Bakura Marketing, Tommy and Harvey. Welcome to Padel Stories.
I know, having us.
Listen, it's absolutely wonderful. First and foremost, day 2, and there's people on the stand. I love it. There's everyone on the stand. Tell us, for you, how was yesterday, the Padel Directory? We're going to talk about the Padel Directory evening. How was that?
Yeah, really good. It was really good fun. Good to see so many people from the UK, all like coming together.
So what about you? For you, Harvey, what was your takeaways from last night? There's probably a few beers.
A few beers. Definitely level of paddle was getting better with everyone in the UK. Again, like Tori said, great to kind of network with everyone from the UK specifically, especially out here in Spain after you see kind of how big the sport is out here at this summit event.
Yeah.
And then seeing everyone from the UK kind of transferred to that Padel Directory event. Yeah, loved it.
And the Padel Directory are one of your key clients, and what my observation, my takeaway was from yesterday, it was like, compared to last year, there was like nearly 150 people there. Everyone from the UK was there. What they've done is nothing short of miraculous for me.
Yeah, I think it's crazy kind of. It was needed as well a couple of years ago, obviously working Padel, playing Padel. There was no kind of network between people, and I think George always says like the reason he set up Golden Point Padel was he needed that middle ground between the kind of professional level and the very social level of Padel, especially on the tournament side. So I think the fact they've set up and kind of allowed every single player in the UK at every single level to playing like connect people is great. It's what the UK needed.
It is wonderful doing a podcast on the stand. We thought we had things. It's good. Everyone's talking. This is what we're talking. Now, one of the things that Jen and I talk regularly on the podcast is about that young people have a chance in this industry. And there's 2 brilliant examples. You guys, early 20s, recently graduated.
Yeah.
Oxford Brooks.
Yeah, Oxford Brooks.
Imperial. Bristol Imperial. And how satisfying is it for you to work in an industry, Ben Harris is popped by, to work in an industry where the youth have a chance?
Yeah, I think we see a lot in Padel. As we say, other industries, if you set up a business maybe 22 or going 22, you might not have a chance. People might look down on you, especially when signing clients as well. You're on those sales calls, and in other industries it may be that you're treated more like a child as opposed to an adult running a fully functional business. But Padel, that's not the case at all. And as you say, you see all the time, we've got like a nice community as well of kind of young entrepreneurs as such within the industry. So there's quite a few of us. We all kind of keep in touch with each other, all help each other out, kind of share experiences. I mean, Padel's the perfect industry for it, and Padel's great fun. So.
Funny enough, just before Charlie was on the stand of Vibra traveling, you had a good trip, didn't you?
Great fun.
Tell us about that, because I was just explaining to John, my business partner with Eurostar, about that trip from Seville. What was Vibra doing? Is that?
So it was a Padel holiday that was kind of more focused around really experiencing Spain. So it wasn't just your typical sign up for a Padel holiday and then just stay at the Padel club the whole time. So turn up at the Padel club, play a few matches, then kind of go around, experience the bars, the food, did some tapas tours, and it was absolutely amazing. It was really good fun.
Brilliant. And I think those kind of experiences, if I can just go to how you founded Bakura. I believe you're the creative guy.
I am the creative, yes.
How and when was Bakura founded?
Well, it kind of goes back to when Harvey was managing a Padel Centre, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah, we'll come on to that.
I was doing some organic marketing online, like learning to sell stuff on TikTok, Instagram, and then just started playing Padel and kind of wanted to put the 2 together, and still felt really rewarding doing something I enjoyed. While also using my skills in marketing. And then I was also doing psychology at uni, so I was really interested in kind of the psychology behind marketing. And then to put, like I was saying, to put that with something like Padel that I actually enjoy doing, it was perfect match basically.
Fantastic, and that's a perfect pivot to you, Harvey. Like, you're a Padel Centre, weren't you? So you had skin in the game in the industry.
Yeah, and early on as well. So I think I started in 2023, which is when obviously Bristol was good for Padel. We had our place, we had Rocket, Surge, all very nice centres. But it hadn't really established in the UK yet, as it has now, obviously. So getting into the game kind of early, experiencing that growth in the UK, which was something I've definitely never seen before. And the way it just like exploded, we'd have full course every single day, even in off-peak hours. Students were loving it. We had a big push on students, and we had thousands in the centre every day, and it was ridiculous. So it was good fun. Yeah.
And to procure marketing, who was your first client? How did you land? What did the pitch? Tell us about it there.
So our first one was actually the Padel Directory.
The TPD,
we went to. So we had just started up, and then we went to one of their Southampton events. It was a
Padel Stars, I want to say.
Yeah, it was at Padel Stars, and we just got chatting to George, and I think it was just a perfect timing for them because they were looking for something kind of what we did, and we just pitched it to them, and they seemed really keen. Just kind of went from there.
That's so strange because I was there with JB that night. Manford was there. Joe Wilson, Sky TV.
Lovely day as well, wasn't it?
What an incredible! How hot was that day?
Perfect day.
So
Paella
was
as well.
There. Wow! And you work as well with Smash Padel as well. The Smash crew. How did that come about?
That came about purely through kind of using our network in Padel, reaching out to Rupert himself, actually, a lovely guy, and he was very up for it. We kind of said, like, this is what we would provide, this is how it would benefit you guys, and they were fully on board with everything we said. Started working with them, and Smash, as you know, we absolutely love their kind of ethos in the paddle market. Very focused on their staffing models, kind of the coaching aspect, and obviously that helps our side as well because a lot of our content we try to make very personal, and when we go to these Smash filming days, they've got 4 coaches all willing to get on camera, a massive community of people also willing to get on camera, do interviews, and it really helps us put that kind of personal aspect into our content. And what we find is whenever there's someone on camera, someone speaking to the camera, the content always performs so much better. And it's basically because people connect with the content. So it's all great making these amazing looking videos, getting the drone shots out. We love our drone shots anyway.
You are known in the industry as the drone. That did come out.
We love the drone.
I don't know what it was said, but
we love the drone. Making everything look pretty is great, but really getting that personal aspect, having a personality to your brand, as you have with all your stuff. That's the stuff that really drives. So having those coaches.
It's very interesting you say that, Harvey, because we, as part of our Padel Stories podcast, we have a paddle postcard theme within our Instagram site, where we invite our listeners and viewers. And George's Mods has done 3 or 4, Malaysia to Marrakesh. I mean, his is really global. But it's the best content is when you see the face.
100%.
So that's really interesting learning
every time.
It's making it relatable. That's what people love. If you scrolling through Instagram and TikTok and just seeing these pretty videos all the time, you're not going to relate to it. As soon as you see a face and you see a face again and again and it's reoccurring, that's when you start to put a face to the brand, and that's when people actually get interested in the content. So
I think, Tommy, though, I mean, we laugh about the drone, but I think it is important to have the drone as a bit of a calling card to pitching.
I think what we like to do is we have these nice cameras and drones. If you can create that premium feel while also making it relatable, that's kind of when you've hit the perfect match. That's kind of what we aim for.
So going back to it, like you said, you did psychology. I'm just picturing the scene. You're at Oxford Brookes, you're at Bristol Imperial. Did you think you'd enter into the paddle industry? You guys are fully fledged. You're so well known. I saw you at the Padel Directory. That's great at 22 or 20. It's amazing.
I think it was a mixture of timing, because paddle's so fresh at the moment. So like we touched on earlier, everyone's so open to have a conversation, whereas in other industries, obviously we weren't established at the start, and we're 22-year-olds. So sometimes people wouldn't be open to those conversations, but because it's so fresh, people are happy to talk to you. And we just both love playing paddle, and obviously you were managing your centre. And so if we could work while still enjoying it, it's just amazing. I
think you touched on a really important thing, and yesterday was perfect. Again, going back to the Padel Directory, Padel Fest at the El Barcelona Prat Padel. I was on court for about 4 hours. but there was always a beer flying around. You know,
Yeah.
there was the food was amazing. Like that
Very
burger.
nice.
Yeah, lovely.
But it's networking in an informal way, and I think
Exactly.
where do you see Bakura going? Can you look forward 5 years or?
Oh, it's a great question. We've spoken about it a lot, obviously. I think the primary goal right now is to kind of establish ourselves fully within paddle. I think we're getting to a point where that is becoming the case. Working with some good big clients that are doing very big things in the paddle scene. So I think kind of establishing that and pushing that as far as we can is something we want to do. I think after that, looking at other kind of commercial sports as well. Golf's a big one, for example. Like it's a very kind of amateur-based sport. Myself, I play a load of golf, and I'm not great, to be honest. But it's very
Saying the same thing. If you watched me last Thursday at the East Cheshire Hospice Golf Day at Raspberry,
But I mean, it's another sport where it's not all about the professional game. People love the professional game, don't get me wrong. But playing it is all about the amateur side, and that's where the kind of content comes in, because it's all commercial. Same with paddle. Like the professional side of paddle is great, big, but it's all about the kind of communities and the fun you have as an amateur as such.
I mean, all the clubs you can go at. I mean, you talked about Padel Smash, but I mean, the PlayScan report that Henri sent me for PlayScan, that it's nearly 500
Crazy, isn't it?
venues.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. I might be out of date. Things change overnight, doesn't it? You know, maybe when I come back from Barcelona, it'll be 600. But
Yeah.
so there's a
Popping
lot
up
of
everywhere.
clubs.
Yeah.
There's over 2,000 courts now
Yeah.
in the UK. And we hear a lot about when that's going to peak, but I think the general consensus is that's going to be around 7,000 courts.
Yeah.
So we're not even halfway there.
Just for the listener, the viewer, like, tell us some little tips on getting the best content for, you know, we did a TikTok video with our player Toledo in Milan, and it was about 3 seconds long, and it's got like 600,000.
Yeah.
But what? I suppose you've got to think differently with TikTok to Instagram, and
Slightly, yeah. And you got to think those first 3 seconds are the most important of the whole video. If you can't hook people in within those first 3 seconds, there's no point in making the rest of the video because they're gone. And people's attention spans in the last 10 years have shrunk so much. So if you can't get them in straight away, they disappear. So it's kind of, you need a strong hook when you're speaking. If you're doing speaking videos, you need a strong hook, and then you need a title hook, and then some sort of visual hook. That's kind of what we aim for, so kind of a rule of three. So yeah.
fantastic. Anything you want to add on? I mean, obviously, Mr. Creative here, he's given a very good response on that.
I mean, he does a lot on the creative side. I see it in the kind of data we get as well. So characterizing posts based on how we hook them.
Yeah.
And it's very clear that the punchy kind of visual hook, drone shots are a great visual hook.
Yeah.
Again, like that verbal hook as well, is like really enticing people to watch the rest of the video.
Yeah.
That's when the videos really push a bit more.
Yeah, it's funny enough. I listened at Hub Group Studios. They were doing a kind of a Q&A. There was Gary Neville. There was Dr. Chatterjee, who's got a very successful podcast, and it's all about podcasts and shows. And Gary Neville came up with, he quite likes imperfection.
Yeah.
So when he's talking about doing, stick to football, he likes that. Not chaos at the beginning, but it's all just chatter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Roy, do you want a cup of tea? Do you want to do where have you been on the weekend? Or, before the podcast has even started.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just thinking, like I said, you've obviously got to do the polished ones, but actually the natural ones, to go back to your word, the personal ones.
Yeah.
I think that's so important.
Yeah.
That's what sets you apart, I reckon,
Yeah.
for Cura.
100%. And I mean, like we like making the flashy videos and stuff like that, and they look amazing and they're good for brands, but it's sometimes just not what converts and brings in followers or the leads. So yeah, it is really interesting to dive into.
Well, we're coming up to, and this is a great conversation. I'm looking forward to enjoying a Canya, the Estrella Galicia stand.
Very nice.
But one question that my lovely co-presenter Jen, who's in Tenerife while we're here in Barcelona, she would always ask this, and I'm going to start with you, Tommy. Who would be your ultimate four be on court with? And they can be dead or alive. You can be in the game. You don't have to be in the game. You can be on the sidelines feeding Gatorade, premium beers, whatever.
I mean, that's a great question. I think I'd like to play,
Okay.
so I'll put myself in there. Probably quite basic, but I like football. I always see Ronaldo and Messi both playing, so both of them.
We've had that,
Yeah, and then one last one. I probably put someone like Tapia on my team, so I make sure I can win.
Yeah. So my sense is you're going to go with Tapia.
Yeah, that's the idea.
But just to be on court with Ronaldo and Messi.
It'd be great. It'd be good fun.
Do you think they like each other? There's a respect there?
I think it'd be good to watch them play together.
Yeah.
See how they react.
Left and right-handed.
Yeah, exactly.
I really like that answer. Because you think Ronaldo, Messi, and back in the day in the acting world, it was De Niro, Pacino in movies. He just like. But I guess there's definitely a healthy respect. There's got to be.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
But they've never beaten.
Yeah.
Or never keep on the same team. Great answer.
Yeah, get to see them play together as well.
Yeah, that's a really good. And obviously Nikhil Mahindra gave some coaching to Cristiano, I think, earlier this year. Yeah. I think somewhere Saudi or Dubai.
I think Messi plays as
well. They both play a lot.
Yeah.
I think Bella, who we did some filming with the other day, he's Messi's coach.
Right.
In Argentina when they go to Argentina. So yeah, I think they both play quite a lot.
So Tommy, you've given your answer. Over to you, Harvey. Your ultimate four on court, who would it be with?
Ultimate four. It's a great question. I mean, the Messi Ronaldo was in my head initially.
Okay, but
I do want to go for something different. I think I'm going to play, and I'm not going to play with Tapia because I'm a left-sided player, and he wouldn't get on court with me. So I'll probably play with Coelho. Or maybe Chingotto because I want the balls down the middle.
Yeah. These are strong.
Coelho's left-handed and he's taking those.
Yeah. That worked well with you, and
of course, with my big smash and everything.
Watch out, the P1 circuit. Out.
And then who to play against?
So are we getting Coelho on that? Is that your final answer on your team?
We'll go Coelho on my team.
So Harvey's teammates, Coelho against?
It's dead or alive.
Absolutely, we've had John Lennon on. I think he passed away or was killed in 1981. He's definitely there.
I'll go against Michael Jackson.
Brilliant.
I reckon he's got some quick feet on court.
Very good.
And who else would I go against?
That's a good one.
Bit of chemistry with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Who could go with that?
Great movie, by the way. I just saw it the other day.
Haven't seen it yet?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
Really good. By the way, yes.
We'll go Michael Jackson can play on the right and Donald Trump can play on the left.
Donald Trump and Michael Jackson.
Do you think they would get on out?
No. You never know though.
He's a funny cat, Trump, isn't he? I mean, we're not here to talk politics, but he's a funny cat. You probably end up liking him. You just don't know, do you? Obviously, Michael's politics would determine. I think Trump, if he was an anti-Trump critic. So I think you've got a really good football. Obviously, it would be either a Smash Padel or a TPD accredited venue.
Yeah, of course.
You have to be diplomatic. I have visited your business, and I say your because it's one family. The way you speak about Smash is so family-like. Your real ownership of Smash. We've been to your Bista development venue, which is really. I love the driveway and. Is it a golf course or a country
hotel?
It's a golf hotel. For those who are near, go to Bista Village and then stop by. Really premium. I think it's 4 protected canopies and 1 outdoor or 2 outdoor.
3 covered, 2 outdoors.
Sorry, really nice, lovely driveway and lovely experience.
Different colour courts on every court as well, I think.
Different courts. Yes. Yeah, no, nice little cozy little clubhouse as well with the sofas. Nice.
Like our filming days there.
I bet you do. And look, you can see the energy that you both bring to it. I've been wanting to get you both on for a long time because I think we cover so many topics. We cover people in different industries that move to paddle, which is brand operators, venue operators, distributors. But you're the guys behind the camera, literally.
Yes.
And how you're taking on paddle, and it's so exciting. And really appreciate you coming on, Tommy and Harvey. And we're looking forward to Kenya.
We are.
Estamos listos? Are we ready?
Yeah, I am very ready.
On behalf of Tommy, myself, Harvey, thank you very much for joining on this bonus Padel Stories podcast episode live from La Fide in Barcelona at the Hero Star stand. Fabio Mormile, Lucio Mormile, all the family. It's a family business, Hero Star. Padel Stories is a family business. Take care. Ciao.